Welcome back, everybody. This is My Journey 4K. We are back in IMSA in the LMP2 Let's get into it. Looks like we're starting this race in P4 today. Strength of the field is a 2008. We're coming into this race with a 1489 rating. This is a 35-minute race. We'll need to stop at least once for fuel. It is an A license requirement for entry. This is multi-class racing. We're going to have 3 classes in this race. There's the GTP Hypercar, the LMP2 Prototype, and the GT3 Production Race Cars. We are in the LMP2 Dallara P217. It is the only car in our class. This is a fixed setup, so we're going to be on the same setup as everybody. Looks like we're the ones being pressured the most at the lead of this nose-to-tail group. Now starting to put a little bit of distance between us and the cars behind. The 21 car is still right there on our tail. Still 4th in our class currently. Putting a little more time between us and 5th place behind. Back end getting a little loose on us there, it looks like. Still 4th, though. I think we got an okay exit out of that corner. We're still just a few tenths behind 3rd place in front of us in our class now. Still feeling quite a bit of pressure from the car behind. They're also starting to have fifth place, no, sixth place, sorry, close in. Getting a little bit closer. Well, now there's not much of a gap between us and fifth behind us now. Still just a few tenths behind third in front of us. We can still see first and second pretty easily, not too far ahead. Looks like we're starting to run into some GT3 traffic soon. Pretty early for that. This car must have had some trouble. We've got to be careful. We've closed up the gap to third now, almost nose to tail. Another GT3 car not too far ahead. We're only about 5-6 minutes into the race. I didn't think we'd be seeing GT3 cars this early. That has allowed us to open up the gap to the car behind a little bit, though. Closing in on third now, still fourth in our class. We're getting caught behind some GT3s right now. Car behind's all over us. We're going to go defensive on the inside. Whole ton of traffic right now. Lots of GT3 cars in the way. We've closed the gap again to third. Ooh, GT3 car off to the grass on the inside. Gonna come back on a little bit. Just in front of us. GT3 cars in front are going to go side by side through Quebec corner here. Oh, looks like we might have gotten an assist and shoved into the wall. Trying to get back out on track. Had to cut in front of some cars really quickly. Looks like we are finally back on. I think we've taken some damage from that. We're going to be looking to pit early probably now. There we go. We're pulling into the pits now. We're going to try and get this damage repaired. I'm not sure how long we're going to have to be here. We're going to take on our fuel. This will be our one pit stop for the race. Pit window is just opening, but now that we have to sit here and wait for repairs, we should be plenty clear. That didn't take long. We are off. Well, we pulled into the pits in 5th place in our class. Let's see where we came out. Looks like we are currently 11th in our class. Another LMP2 car behind, starting to close the gap a little bit. I don't know if that's simply because of the repairs that we needed or what, or if we're still damaged at all. Car looks okay for now. I don't think we hit the wall that hard. We might have got it all repaired. I can't tell if that's 12th place behind us or 1st place. We might have seen our class go almost all the way around while we were in the pits. Try not to lose our lap. GTP hypercar coming out of the pits. That's a Porsche hypercar. We're going to let the 9 car by. I think they're first in our class, actually. So we just went a lap down. We're going to flash our lights back at them. Mustang versus Corvette side by side in front of us. They're going to force us off track. Yes, we're looking to run down the car in front of us again. They're going to need to pull into the pits. I'm sure they haven't taken theirs yet. We have taken our pit stop, and we might get that We should get that lap back when they pull in. Currently 11th in our class. We started the race in 4th. A little bit of contact sent us out into the wall. Took our pit stop early to get the damage repaired, and I think we're there. Looking to run down the leader. I think we're just in between first and second right now. Second place is having a hard time catching up to us. We're going to go to the outside on that corner. Still a lot of traffic to get through. last couple corners.